During the holidays, we all think about the safety and well-being of our family, but sometimes we forget about the hidden dangers that could affect our pets. Dr. Jeff Kubinick from the Thunder Bay Veterinary Hospital gives us a few tips for protecting our furry friends over the holiday season.
Well, there's actually a few different areas that we should be concerned about. The first is probably the tree itself, and there's lots of hazards involved in having a Christmas tree, unfortunately. Starting with the electric cord that, of course, plugs in the Christmas tree lights. Always make sure that you unplug the cord before you leave the room if there's a pet in there. Number two is the water. Many trees, of course, are not artificial, so they have water in the little bowl underneath of it. A couple things about that. First of all, if it's sitting in there for quite a while, there's a sap in there from the tree that can upset a pet's stomach, and even just standing water, if it's been there for a long time, can also cause an upset stomach in dogs and cats. The other thing that some people do with the water is to put in things. They'll put sugar in there, of course, which is not good, and aspirins for some reason. People put aspirin in the water. I guess that's supposed to also prolong the life of the tree, and aspirin is very toxic to pets, especially cats. We recommend actually having the tree decorated so maybe the bottom third are larger things on there, wooden or maybe plastics, but don't use glass decorations on the bottom part of the tree, of course. And going along with that as well would be the use of tinsel, of course. Tinsel can be deadly if a cat swallows that. We've had several cats in over the years that have actually had major surgeries after they swallowed tinsel. So I would say never use tinsel on your tree is a very good safety advice thing with that.
As wonderful as chocolate is, it can be a huge danger to your dog, but it depends on how much they eat. If it's one or two, your pet should be fine, but if it's a whole box, consult your veterinarian. There are also a few other foods that you may be surprised to hear could be harmful.
Other things that can be problems, raisins, which might be found in some of the treats, can be toxic to the kidneys in dogs. Onions, if they eat like things like dressing or whatever, if they get into that sort of stuff, of course, it can also cause anemias in pets as well. And just the rich foods themselves, if they ingest turkey, any kind of rich foods, gravies or whatever, if you're giving the leftovers, can cause pancreatitis in dogs, which can be very, very serious, and cats as well, but dogs typically are the ones who eat those sort of things. Foods, a small amount is probably okay, but like maybe no more than 10% of the food you give them might be like not really rich foods, but if you want to give them just some dry turkey or something, that's probably fine. Bones, of course, are always a no-no. Chicken bones, turkey bones, those sort of things can get lodged in the bowel of a dog or a cat, so really we do recommend not giving those at all, actually. Those are probably the main things involved with the Christmas thing. The tree, of course, is beautiful to watch, but is a bit of a danger thing with the pets, cats and dogs. Ingesting needles can also be an issue, so obviously anything with the tree, be very cautious with. Make sure you're watching the pets very closely if they're in the same room with your tree, and hopefully they'll have a safe Christmas.